Hello, my friends. Your buddy Phil here, project management trainer and coach. Let's talk about the difference between three things that I've talked about in the Agile Practice Guide that a lot of people have been scratching their head over. I'm talking about TDD, BDD, and ATDD. These all sound so similar. It could be a little bit frustrating, but let's jump into it. TDD, test-driven development. Test-driven development is all about the red, green, clean format. You write a test that fails, it's red. You got to make it work. Make it work. That's green. And then you refactor the code, you eliminate the redundancy, you clean it up. That's clean. So just think red, green, clean. We could use this in so many ways. This comes from XP, Extreme Programming, and test-driven development is just one concept in XP. Basically, the concept, like I've explained, is you write the code, it's going to fail, clean it up, right? Make it work, clean it up. That's it. Red, green, clean. The difference between this and BDD is BDD goes to the next level. BDD goes deeper, right? In understanding what exactly needs to be done through collaboration. It's a system design and validation practice that uses test-first principles and English-like scripts. That's the piece that's missing, the English-like scripts. When you go a step further into Agile Alliance's definition, we are involved in applying things like the 5 whys, thinking from outside in. In other words, implementing only those behaviors which contribute most directly to those business outcomes so as to minimize waste. And also describing behaviors in a single notation, which is directly accessible to domain experts, testers, developers, so that we can improve communication. And we apply these techniques all the way down to the lowest levels of abstraction of the software, paying particular attention to, watch the word, distribution of behavior. So we use the cucumber format, given, when, then. Given some context, when some action is carried out, then a particular set of observable consequences should obtain. Call that the cucumber format. Now, take a look at an example of the cucumber format. Given my bank account is in credit and I made no withdrawals recently, when I attempt to withdraw an amount less than my card's limit, then the withdrawal should complete without errors or warnings. Makes sense. Now, on top of this, we use what we call the gherkin format. It serves multiple purposes. You can think about it as a way the language is written. It's all about unambiguous executable specification, automated testing using Cucumber, and documenting how the system actually behaves. You want to know more about this, go to cucumber.io. But to sum this up for BDD, it's all about the discovery, the formulation, the formulation. You see, we got to discover, but we're discovering together, all right? The individuals involved, the stakeholders involved, we encourage collaboration across roles to build shared understanding of the problem to be solved. We do this by focusing on collaborative work around concrete real-world examples that illustrate how we want the system to, watch the word, behave, right? We use those examples to guide us from concept through to implementation in a process of continuous collaboration. Highly advise you go on down to cucumber.io. You really want to know more about this. They got some brilliant articles that will go through the very basics and help you understand. All right, let's talk about the final one. It's ATDD. Let's take a look at this definition from the Agile Alliance. Acceptance test-driven development involves team members with different perspectives, customer development testing, collaborating to write, here's a key word, acceptance tests in advance of implementing the corresponding functionality. The collaborative discussions that occur to generate the acceptance test is often referred to as three amigos, representing the three perspectives of the customer. What problem are we trying to solve? How might we solve this problem? And what about ... So my friends, these are the major differences. At a super high level, TDD is all about unit tests. BDD is all about behavior tests of the system. Understanding the requirements is key for BDD. And lastly, ATDD is all about writing acceptance tests, but also involves a whole lot of collaboration. You take a look at the people involved, the developer for TDD mainly, but BDD and ATDD is all about everyone, developers, customer, and QA. Talk about the languages used. The language specific to BDD is English-like scripts and Gherkin. Like I said, we use a Cucumber format, the given when then, but you can talk about the language used being Gherkin. If you take a look at TDD, it's programming languages pretty much. And various tools are used for all these. You see those at the bottom of the screen. This is from the people at Browser Stack. Very good compilation here. I would advise you, check out these links that I've shown you. Also the one from Cucumber. Try to understand a little bit more. I know it can sound abstract for those of you that haven't written code or test scripts or been involved in programming in any way, but it should be understandable enough for you to hit the ground running, get your certifications in the bag, and work with teams that are actually using this. Again, I cannot overstate, you're going to learn a lot. If you truly mean business, go on down to the cucumber.io site right there at the bottom of the screen. Noodle around on that site. You'll learn a lot about BDD, Gherkin, and Cucumber. I hope you enjoyed this. Don't forget to hit like, subscribe, hit the bell icon so you can get more videos when I put them out. All the very best, my friends. Bye for now.